Welcome to the ET322 how-to video for the Thyristor lab. We're going to build it in Multisim. Okay, here we are at Multisim, and I got the Thyristor, the SCR, out of the one that's on our school computer. It's got a larger version and more database for different devices, so I borrowed that one. And let's get started. So we're going to need several resistors. So we're going to need a 1K. We're going to need two 1Ks. We're going to need a 160. And we're going to need a 10K potentiometer. 10K. We need an LED. We need a switch. Single pole, single throw. We have our potentiometer, we have that. Looks good. Okay, so let's start building it. Let's zoom in. Okay. And we have, whoops, we forgot our grounds. We have a ground, we need power too, right? So we're going to get a VCC. We're going to set him to 15 volts. Okay, let's build it. So we have a ground directly hooked to our bottom of our SCR. Copy. And we're going to have another one over here. Our 160 is going down here. Let's rotate him 90. And our potentiometer is over here by our switch, which is going to go to our gate. And our 1K is right above it. Let's rotate him 90. And let's rotate this 90. And our LED is going to go above that. Okay, let's connect it. And our gate's going to go to our switch. And our 160 is going to go to ground. And our potentiometer is going to be used as a variable resistor. So we're going to connect our center back up to our circuit, and R2 goes back up to our VCC. And let's go ahead and show which one's a gate. So let's go to open this guy up. Let's go to display, use specific. We're going to pin symbol names, and we have our anode, cathode, which is a K, and our G is a gate. Good. Okay, let's modify this circuit for capacitor commutation. So let's Move our VCC back to the original position. Let's get rid of that probe. We don't need any of this anymore. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a 0.1 microfarad capacitor and we're going to put another 10K and we need another switch. We'll borrow one that we have already. So let's rotate this. And this is in order to turn off our SCR once it's powered. And we need it, let's change this guy to, let's go to E. And let's tie in our capacitor. Okay, looks good. Okay, let's build this circuit from scratch. So we're going to need a diode. And we're going to diode, and we're just going to use the standard 4001. And we're going to need a 1K, and actually I think we need two 1Ks. And we need a 10K potentiometer. And we're going to need a 0.1 microfarad. And we need an LED. Okay, so let's go ahead and build it. Let's go ahead and move this in the center. Let's zoom it out a little bit and let's build it. Alright, so we have our SCR, we have our LED, we have a 1K, and we have our diode going into the gate, and we have our capacitor around our gate here, and we have our potentiometer going into our diode. Flip him horizontally, and we have the 1K on top of that. Alrighty, so we're going to need some ground. Let's grab VCC while we're here, and a ground, and a ground. That looks good. Okay, let's go ahead and hook her up. Actually, we're going to need a function generator, so let's get rid of that. And let's grab our function generator. We're going to need a ground. And we're going to put a, looks like a sine wave, 12 volts peak to peak. 12 volts peak to peak is going to be 6 volts peak and 100 hertz. Okay. And that looks good. Let's build our crowbar circuit from scratch. And we're going to need 2 LEDs. We're going to need a red and a green. And we're going to need some 1K resistors. Need 2 1Ks and a 10K. And I need a Zener diode. Yep. A Zener diode. So let's go to diodes. Zener, and this is a 1N434. Okay, let's move this. Actually, that looks good. So let's zoom area right there and build it. Okay. Rotate that 90, rotate this 90, and we're going to bring in a DC power supply, but we're going to make it a variable. So let's go ahead and rotate this guy 90. Okay, and let's go ahead and get a potentiometer because we're going to make a variable voltage. So let's flip that one horizontally, and let's grab some grounds. Okay, and we need a power supply, and let's get a 12 volt. Let's get VCC and make it 12. I'm not sure exactly how much we're going to need right now to make this work. Okay, let's build it. Oops. We're going want to make this variable, so let's okay, let's see, 10K, 1K, 1K LED. Looks good.